So I think happiness is available to each of us at any time. It's not something we have to wait for. And so I want to give you some tips on how to be happy, not tomorrow, but today, now, this moment. So I really feel like we can be happy at any time. For example, we live day to day, and in each day, we experience some happiness, don't we? Like, for example, today, we experience many different kind of, happiness, and also maybe some unhappiness or kind of difficulties. So think about today, today, Saturday. Did you experience some happiness today? When I think about, my day, I was happy when I was eating breakfast. I made toast with butter and jam and some eggs and some milk tea. So I was happy, when I was eating breakfast. And then we had a meeting with our staff today, and we had lunch. So we talked about this and that, and we laughed, and we were happy. There were many happy moments. So it's possible to experience happiness, isn't it? Like, you experience some happiness today. So there is always this potential for happiness. And so how can we have the happiness that we want more often? Oh, it's snowing right now outside. Is it snowing where you are? Can you see? Wow. It's so beautiful. Is it snowing now?
No.
Yeah. No. Oh.
No, not here.
Really? Okay. I live near Sangmyeong University, Sangmyeong대학교, and it's snowing right now. So it's so beautiful. Whenever we see the snow, should I show you? Maybe you can see. Can you see? Can you see? Maybe you can't see very well. Anyway, it's snowing. So that the snow brings some happiness, isn't it? This lunar New Year, it snowed a lot. Do you remember? And so I was very happy. I was because of the snow, right? So happiness is available at any time, but we don't experience as much as happiness as we could. The potential for happiness is always there, here, now. So how do we tap into the potential for happiness? So I want to give you a few tips on how to be more happy every day. Of course, it's impossible to be happy 24/7. If you're happy 24/7, then you would be Buddha. Because Buddha is enlightened, so he never experiences any moment of suffering. All of his suffering has been exhausted, so he doesn't experience any suffering at all. But we have that same potential as the Buddha. we have the potential to be happy anytime, anywhere. We just need to understand how to experience more happiness. So I want to give you some ideas on how to be more happy every day. I actually wrote a few days ago, like five ways to be more happy. So I want to review some of these ideas, okay? The first one is better than nothing. Do you know this phrase? Better than nothing. We often have this kind of all or nothing mentality. Do you know this idea about all or nothing? You know, in other words, for example, we want to do something like perfectly, like for example, exercise. You know, exercising. We want to, let's say, you know, exercise. We want to walk maybe 10,000 steps every day, mambo, 10,000 steps, right? So we have this kind of idea. Well, now I want to walk every day, mambo, 10,000 steps. And so let's say, you know, maybe we don't have time today to walk 10,000 steps. So we just give up. We don't walk any steps, you know. So we have this all or nothing mentality. In Korean, you say like 뭐 아니면 도. This is a very destructive mentality. It's not very good. It's not very helpful, you know. We see things in black and white. So instead of walking, maybe today we cannot walk 10,000 steps. We can only walk 3,000 steps. But 3,000 steps is better than no steps, isn't it? So the first principle is called better than nothing. Better than nothing. So it's better to walk 3,000 steps or 2,000 steps than nothing at all, isn't it? So just this same with meditation, same with learning English. You know, we have this, in order to learn English, we have this sometimes if we have the all or nothing mentality, we won't ever learn English, or we won't ever progress. You know, because we have too much of greed, you know, we want everything. And this greed prevents us from enjoying some progress, some happiness, some exercise, some meditation. So you just do as much as you can. Meditation, exercise, you know, study English. You progress, you know, a little bit, and do as much as you can. And this is a very helpful way to progress, and a very helpful way to experience some like 보람, some kind of satisfaction, you know, and some kind of happiness. So let's say, you know, we want to we walk 3,000 steps because we don't have time to walk 10,000 steps. So if we walk 3,000 steps, there's some kind of satisfaction there. We did something, you know, better than nothing. Better than nothing. So the first principle is called better than nothing. Even if we walk only 1,000 steps, that's not bad. That's good. Better than nothing. You understand? So this all or nothing mentality very destructive. And also it prevents from us from being happy, and it prevents us from progressing. And if we do 3,000 steps today, then tomorrow it'd be easier to do 10,000 steps or 5,000 steps, you see? And little by little, then we learn, we can learn English, or we can do more exercise. So that's the first principle. The second principle is similar. The Tibetan saying is, the Tibetan teachers, they like to use this phrase, is called kale kale, kale kale. And this means like slowly, slowly, little by little, one step at a time. So the second principle is slowly, 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 slowly. We have too much 욕심, too much greed, too much, we're too greedy, we want everything now, we want everything fast. And so this prevents us also from progressing, from becoming, and also from happiness, So the Tibetan masters, they like to say this word, they often use this word, kale kale. It means like slowly, slowly. And there's whatever we do, we learn, when we learn something, for example, learning English or meditation or spiritual practice, or whatever it is, let's say learning the piano, whatever we learn, it has to be learned systematically, one step at a time. And this is the way to progress, is one step at a time, and in a kind of systematic way. So so there is great satisfaction in learning something, isn't it? There's a we often say that the process itself is very satisfying. Like, for example, we're too like goal-oriented, the process itself is very satisfying in learning English, or let's say in meditating. So living itself can be very satisfying every day. We learn, we grow, and life itself is very interesting, very enjoyable. So it's not about, there's a saying in Tibetan, there's a saying in English that one great Tibetan master made famous, and that is that the path is the goal. The path is the goal. So it's enough just to be on the path to enlightenment, on the path to liberation. And that path itself is very satisfying, is very happy. So in Tibetan Buddhism, we say happiness is not the goal, happiness is the path. So in other words, we're not going to be happy, but we are happy as we go. And then the third principle is just do it. Just do it. if we think, we're not happy. But if we act, there is some kind of satisfaction there. You see? And so just action. We have to be more action-oriented. For example, if you think about going to exercise, oh, should I go to exercise today? Should I go to the gym? Or should I go outside and go for a walk in the mountains or go to the park? If you think about it, then it's very difficult to go exercise. But if you just do it, then you're already outside. And you know this phrase, just do it, right? This just do it. This is an antidote to laziness. Because we're all lazy, right? We all have some laziness. We don't want to exercise. We don't want to study, or we don't want to maybe meditate. This doesn't come very naturally to us, It's much easier just to watch TV or, something like that. So if we just do it, just get up. And in other words, just move your body. So don't be, thinking oriented, be action oriented. This will cause a great deal of happiness for us, And so for me personally, I've practiced meditation and Buddhist practice for, let's say, I don't know, more than 20 years. And so what are the results of this practice? Have I my my character, it hasn't changed much, our nature, right? This kind of we are born with some kind of character. This doesn't change much. But what has changed is my relationship with myself and others and the world. I am more accepting of myself just the way I am. I don't have so many, I don't want to, I don't have such a, like before, I always wanted to be some kind of monk, like kind of keeps the vows very, very strictly, and also, not lazy, but I'm a lazy monk, very, very lazy. But now I have become friends with my laziness. I don't have so much, like, how do you say, so much obsession about not being lazy. Before I was obsessed about how not to be lazy. Of course, now I'm lazy, but this, I've kind of accepted my laziness. And of course, I'm not lazy all the time. No one is lazy all the time, right? I have many things to do. I have many engagements and, these kind of things. And I do them, no problem. And I'm lazy also at times. So the point is, the result of practice is that you accept yourself just the way you are. And you're kind to yourself just the way you are. And you accept others just the way they are. And you don't try to change them, or you don't have so many complaints about yourself and others. And also the world. you become very, very content. So it's not about changing to become some kind of person that we want to become, and then we'll be happy. But it's about acceptance of who we are. Because the desire for change is always there. We will never be accepting of our shortcomings. Everybody has shortcomings, right? Everybody has faults. And it's natural that no one likes their own faults because our nature is perfect, right? Our nature is Buddha. So naturally, we don't want these. We don't want to be lazy. We don't want to have attachments. We don't want to be angry. These kind of things, right? But we don't have to. How do you say? Be unkind to yourself and beat yourself up in order to change. We already know that. We already want to change. And you can change while still be fully accepting of yourself. Do you understand? You can be fully accepting. You can be completely satisfied with who you are and completely kind to yourself and still you have the desire to change and become better. That's natural. You don't have to keep beating yourself. You have to change. You have to become a better person. You have to stop being lazy. You have to be more kind, more compassionate. You don't have to do that. You already know that. It's inbound, it's inborn, you know. You can still you can still be completely satisfied with yourself and still change, but not because you have to change or you feel like you need to change to be happy, but you do it as a kind of naturally, and you do it kind of as a bonus. For example, you have a house, right? You live in your house, you live in your apartment or whatever. And the apartment has everything, right? It has running water, it has heat, it has roof, it has, it's comfortable, right? All your homes are comfortable, right? You have heating, you have water, you have food, right? You don't need anything, right? But it can improve, right? You can make it better. Maybe some improvement. You can improve, right? It's kind of like that. You are Buddha right now, not later. This moment now, you have nothing lacking. You have, you are, how do you say? Yeah, you are Buddha this moment. So like this house, in this house, your house, it lacks nothing. You have everything, right? You have everything you need, right? But if you want to, you can maybe, maybe you want to make, I don't know, you want to paint the wall, you make it more beautiful. And you can do that, but not because you need to, but because you want to. So that's the same thing with yourself. You don't need anything right now. Actually, you never need anything at any moment. You just have to let go of the expectations or the desire or the thoughts that you need something. These kind of things. These are the things that prevent you from being happy now. So, so if we can just let go of our expectations and all our hopes, we have so many hopes. We want to be better. We want to change. But if you let go of those changes, okay, think about when you were very, very happy, the very, very last time you were happy. When was that? Think about it. Like you were very, very happy. Think about it. Now, when were you happy? You might say maybe you went to Jeju-do, or Maybe you were in, I don't know, you went to the mountains, or you saw your granddaughter, or I don't know. You were happy at that time, remember? But the reason you were happy is because at that moment, you didn't have some kind of hope or some kind of expectation. You opened your heart, right? At that moment, for example, if you go to the Jeju-do and you saw Hala Mountain, right? And you were very happy because you saw the Hala Mountain, right? Halasan. But you think, oh, I'm happy because of the Hala Mountain, right? But no, you're happy because at that moment, you don't have these expectations, you don't have the worries, you don't have any hope and fear. You don't have anything. You just open. Your mind is open because of Halasan, you think. But if your mind is closed, even if you were at the foot of, on top of Halasan, you would still be unhappy if your mind is closed, if you're worried or something like this. So you don't need to go to Jeju-do to be happy. You just need to open your heart, open your mind, and let go of all of these hopes and expectations. And so Buddhism is not about changing yourself. It's about letting go, letting go of everything, hope and fear. And happiness is not something to be achieved. Happiness is something to be practiced. Happiness is not a goal. Happiness is like a skill. You have to learn how to be happy, moment to moment. And that happiness doesn't come by fulfilling your expectations. Like, let's say you want to be rich. Oh, when I'm rich, I'll be happy. No, if you're not happy now, when you're rich, you will not be happy when you're rich. Or let's say when you are, maybe when you'll be happy when you're not lazy anymore or something like that. I don't know. But if you're not happy now, you will not be happy even if you achieve all your dreams in this life. Let's say you become a, I don't know, doctor, or you become, I don't know, whatever. So you have to learn how to be happy today, now. And this is a skill, kind of a skill. And this skill is called satisfaction. It's about being satisfied. It's about being content. It's about being grateful. And most of all, it's about letting go. It's about letting go, emptying your mind. The empty mind is very, very content. The open mind. So it's about, so this is what I've been thinking about recently. And I think that it's very, very possible for us to be happy. This is always possible, isn't it? It's always possible because the happiness is always there in this moment, because our very nature is happiness. Our mind's natural state is peace, is happiness. It is love, And how do we connect with the ever-present happiness that is our mind, that is our true self? Letting go, relax, throwing away all the hopes and everything. Just if we can, and one very good method is relaxing into the happiness. Like whenever there is some kind of happiness, there is also a relaxation. Like if you see a young baby, let's say your granddaughter or whatever, you hold her in your arms, there's a relaxing there, isn't there? You're happy, to see the daughter, your granddaughter, or the baby, right? Or when you're having a delicious meal, maybe you have some kind of openness. You're open to it. Or when you're on vacation, oftentimes we are happy when we go on a trip, right? When we go to the Jeju Island, or when we go on vacation or something like this. It's because we're more open, during these times. That's why we're happy, not because we go to Jeju Island or whatever. So so it's a matter of letting go. This Sungsan Kunsunim, he said, only don't know, right? And this is the really the method to be happy, is only don't know. You keep this don't know, and we always try to figure things out. We try to think things out, or we try to organize our mind, and this is all like not necessary, and this or we try to we make judgments, or we and all this is not necessary, and it prevents us from being happy. So this is my little talk on the how to be happy now. And I just want to say that true happiness is unconditional. So this means that you don't need any kind of external condition for happiness. True happiness lies within. And it's always available as long as we let go, we open our minds. And so happiness is not something we get, it is something to connect with or allow, So please, I hope that you and also myself, we can learn to allow the happiness, allow the kind of love to fill our heart, which is already there. So it's just a matter of learning how to do it. It's about a matter of practice. Okay, so does anyone have any questions?
Do you see me?
Yeah.
Okay, I am Minsun, Song Minsun.
Yes.
Nice meeting you again.
Yeah, nice to see you again.
Yes, for the principle better than nothing, I will ask one question.
Sure.
You run the Shechen Center, Shechen Korea, so you have to make plans, and you do a lot of things. Are there times when you are not satisfied with the things you planned? If so, how do you deal with your unsatisfaction?
Sure. Mm-hmm. Okay, so thank you, and very nice to see you again. So Miss Hong is an old friend. So anyway, yes, of course, it's okay to, let's say, have goals or some kind of it's okay to have some expectation or hope, but without attachment. In other words, let's say we're hoping for 10, okay, but we get 7. Okay, we want 10, but we get 7. So we want 10, but we got 7. So what to do? It's okay. 7's okay, right? So we accept 7. Even though we want 10, we didn't get 10. 10 is not possible, let's say. So 7, okay, thank you. 7 is, we accept it. We accept 7. So it's okay to have some kind of goal. It's okay to want something. It's like this, for example, for tonight, for dinner, I would like to have pizza, let's say. But let's say I have friends and we want to have dinner together, and they don't want pizza. They want bibimbap. Okay, so let's say there's 5 people. I want pizza and they want bibimbap. So, I want pizza, but bibimbap is okay. That kind of attitude. So it's okay to want something and go after what we want. But if we don't get what we want, then we have to accept. And we have to be flexible. And so this is I think also very, very key for our happiness is flexibility, So, I mean, we not getting what we want, this is a part of life, We don't always get what we want, right? Nobody gets everything they want. Nobody, not the president, not the king, nobody. So we have to learn to be flexible. And flexibility is a very key component for happiness.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Very nice to see you again.
Same to you.
Thank you. So any other questions? Yes, Mr. 여기 도장님.
I have one question. What is the goals of meditation in Tibetan Buddhism?
Okay, thank you. The goal of Tibetan meditation is connecting with our true nature. And there's 3 steps. One is understanding. Next one is experience. And then the third is the realization. So these 3 steps. So the Tibetan meditation deals with connecting with our true nature, our Buddha nature. And in the Tibetan Buddhism, we say the Buddha nature is the awareness. Like, so connecting with the innate awareness, that is the kind of the goal of Tibetan meditation. And the method is relaxation, relax. Because when we let go of everything, let's say we let go, we call it natural resting. We let go of all the hopes, all the expectations, all the fears, all the worries. Just let everything go in every moment. Then we connect, we just relax, It says, Tilopa, a great meditation master, he said this, that when the mind doesn't grasp at anything, then our true nature is revealed. So when you let go of everything, when you relax, then we connect with our true nature. We connect with awareness, but it's not just awareness. This awareness is free, like space, and this awareness is filled. It is knowingness, but it is also peaceful. It is peaceful. The best way to describe this awareness is love. It's kind of like love. It feels like love. It feels very like it's very satisfying. It's very fulfilling. It is, and at the same time, it is very free, like space. It is free, and there is no like subject and object. There's no me. There's no you. There's just awareness. And so when we just relax, then the awareness, we connect with that awareness. This awareness that is peaceful, that is free, and knowing, like a consciousness, conscious. So that is the Tibetan meditation. It's the same as Zen meditation, actually. Same as Zen. But it's more, how do you say, systematic. You know, it's more like it's more systematic. It has very detailed description of the true nature and how to connect with the true nature and the obstacles to connecting with the true nature. So yeah, Tibetan Buddhism, the focus or the core of Tibetan Buddhism is the Buddha nature. So it is the most kind of important theme, and it's the main kind of focus of Tibetan Buddhism is the Buddha nature, and we call it Rigpa, or awareness. Yeah.
I have one more question.
Yes.
In Tibetan meditation,
Yes.
is it their practice method similar to Ganhwa-san?
Yes. Yes, we have a meditation where you look for the mind. So you say, where is the mind? This way you have two methods. You have the analytical meditation of looking for the mind, like where is the mind? We have a mind, right? All of you have a mind, right? You have mind or no? You have mind, right? So where is this mind? Where is this mind? You have mind or not? If you think you have mind, raise your hand. If you have mind, raise your hand. Huh? If you have a mind, raise your hand, please. Okay, everybody has a mind. Okay. So anyway, you have a mind, right? So where is this mind? Where is this mind? Is it in the brain? Is it in the chest? Where is it? The brain is not the mind. The brain is brain. You have mind, right? You have consciousness, right? You have consciousness. Where is this consciousness? So you look for the consciousness. You look for the mind. And this is similar to like saying, Imoko, who am I? What am I? And it's like Kwanasan is the like Hwadu, right? Hwadu-san means like the mind directed inward. Directed inward. Mind looking for mind. Who am I? Nana nugunga. Who am I? Imoko. So you look for the subject. Subject looks for the subject, kind of. And what happens is the subject and object collapse. And there is a consciousness. There is a consciousness that is free from the subject and object. And that is the experience of the true nature or emptiness or true self. And so we have the similar practice. Sometimes we do this practice where you look for the mind and then you rest. So it's two steps. You look for the mind, but not, there's two ways. One is the analytical, where's the mind? Is the mind in the body? You look for you analyze, you use the analysis. Another method is just to simply look at the mind without analysis. So the mind looks at the mind and then you rest. And so that's another practice. So the mind looks at the mind, meaning like this. Like, let's say your eyes turn inward. Like you look for the subject. You look for the eye, kind of. Where is the eye? Eye, like, and then you rest. So there's two steps. One, you look for the mind. Like you have a mind, right? So where is the mind? You look for it. And then you rest. Just rest. 2 steps. Look at the mind. And then you rest. So you repeat. So that's similar to Kanasan. Very similar. This is a method to experience the empty nature of the mind, or emptiness. Not only the empty nature of mind, but also the awareness. So the mind has 2 characters. One is the awareness, and the other one is emptiness. Emptiness means the mind has no location, no color, no shape, but yet it's not non-existent, right? The mind is not non-existent, but it is not existent. You see? So that is called that is the meaning of emptiness. It's not non-existent, but it's not also existent. It's not existent because where is the mind? Cannot find the mind, cannot see the mind, cannot touch the mind. The mind has no shape, the mind has no location. Yet the mind, there is a radiance, right, to the mind. There is a clarity to the mind. There is a knowingness to the mind. There's an awareness to the mind. There's a consciousness to the mind, right? So but it is empty. It has no substance, cannot be touched, cannot be felt, cannot see it, cannot, So this is and in order to experience the nature of the mind, then we look inward, look inward. The mind looks at the mind. And then you rest. So this is a Tibetan meditation, very similar to Kanasan. Someone sent in the chat, and then there's other people with questions, it seems like. So I will answer this question first. I know I have to practice hard, but I also have to work hard to prepare for our future. I think we can be happy just by practicing. However, we work in a job where we compete with a lot of people. It's difficult to obtain peace of mind. Is it right for a person who is about to turn 60 now to quit her job and start practicing? Yes. Yes. Quitting your job, if you can, if you have, because one of the conditions for practice is you have to be financially kind of, stable. Because if you're not financially stable, then it's difficult to practice, right? But if you have enough to live and to, survive, then yes, it's good to quit your job, because if you can quit your job, if you are financially, stable, quitting your job would be very good. But once you quit your job, you have to learn how to use your time wisely, so, but yes, of course. Many people, like in India, when they become older, they quit their job and they spend the rest of their life in spiritual practice and prayer. So yes, if you can quit your job, please. Yes, everybody. Nobody should work if they can quit their jobs. So I recommend everybody quit if possible. If possible. If not possible, then try to practice, while working, while at home with your family, with your co-workers, practice compassion, learn how to let go, learn how to, get along well, these kind of practices. So, yeah. Okay, Mr. 이재홍.
We have been suffering from the pandemic for more than 2 years, and
Yes.
I wonder how it affects the way of practice and the way of thinking or way of something else.
Yes. Okay, thank you for your question. So, you know, life is always up and down, right? We cannot always have good, good things happening all the time. Some good things happen, some bad things happen. It's like, life is very up and down and very colorful. So actually, when there are difficult times, these are the times that we can grow the most. And life is about gaining experience, and it's about cultivating inner strength, the strength of mind, and gaining experience. So when things go well, like when we have lots of money, or people are saying good things about us, or these kind of things, when the life circumstances are good, it's very difficult to grow. We don't grow very much, and we don't gain a lot of experience. But when life is difficult, these are the times when we can gain a lot of experience and we can really grow. And it's very, very, very good opportunity to, practice patience, practice letting go, practice not giving up, and facing our kind of our karma and our kind of shortcomings, our faults. Because difficult times will reveal our hidden faults. Difficult times will reveal our hidden faults, our hidden shortcomings. So this is a very good time when things are difficult to work on ourselves and to grow and to gain experience and to cultivate inner strength of mind. So I think, the pandemic, it doesn't really matter because what matters is how we handle our situation, how we respond to the difficulty. The difficulty itself will never be in itself is bad. No situation is good or bad. It's about how we handle it. So in Tibetan Buddhism, we say, take everything on the path. In other words, happiness is the path and suffering is the path. Difficulty is the path, whatever difficulty. And let's say poverty is the path, or let's say some kind of unfortunate circumstance. These are all, we can use all of these for the practice. Sungsan Snim said, good circumstance is bad circumstance is good circumstance. In other words, good circumstance is not good for us. Usually makes us lazy, makes us proud, and it doesn't help our progress. It doesn't help our maturity. It doesn't help with our strength of mind. But difficult circumstances are very helpful for us. It helps us to gain experience, to gain wisdom, and to cultivate strength of mind.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Very good to see you again. And also this Lee Sun-young-nim.
I can follow your way of,
What is practice? Practice is what is happening in your mind in this moment, and how to carry your mind, how to hold your mind in this moment, whatever is happening in this moment.
Okay.
is to deal with your mind. That is the only practice.
I see.
And that is the only thing you have to worry about, is taking care of what's going on in your mind.
All right.
And basically, to
Mhm.
make it more specific,
Mhm.
it is to take care of the thinking,
Yeah.
because the thinking causes all of our suffering.
Yes.
And so practice in one sentence is this: let go of thinking. That's it. That's the practice.
Okay.
Let go of thinking. That's the practice. But we cannot let go of thinking. That's the problem.
Yes.
You know?
That means stop thinking right now.
Yes, but
Yes,
not stop, like, yes, but not. But how do you stop the thinking? How do you stop the thinking?
I can't do that. Yeah.
The way to stop the thinking
Mhm.
is let the thoughts be.
I see.
Let them be. Let it be. You know the song "Let It Be"?
Let it be, yeah.
Yeah. So the thought, don't follow the thought,
Uh-huh.
but don't stop. Don't, how do you say, block the thought.
I see.
You just let it be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let it be.
Let it be within awareness, and it
Mhm.
just goes away. I mean, it just it disappears on its own. You know, and this is the essence of meditation,
Uh-huh.
is to allow the thoughts
Mhm.
just to be. It means to look at the thoughts from a third, like, objectively.
Okay.
You're not your thoughts. You know,
Uh-huh.
you think your thoughts. That's the problem.
Mhm.
You are not your thoughts, you know, and the thoughts have no importance at all. I mean, like, there's no import, they're not important at all. What's important? Awareness of the thought. That's what's important. But we always think thoughts are important, and we always just always thinking, you know, and we never think we should let go of the thinking. That's the problem. So to look at the thoughts, just let them be, you know. Don't give any importance to the thoughts, because the thoughts are not important.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If I think or attach the thought, then that's more attachment. It occurs more attachment, and that's not good. Yeah.
Yes. Being attached to thought is the cause of all suffering, all of samsara.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and letting go of thoughts
Mhm.
is the way to freedom and the way to liberation. And letting go of thought is liberation, because when we let go of thoughts,
Mhm.
what arises is our true nature.
Mhm.
And in the space where thoughts are released, there is wisdom. There is our true nature. So yes. So yeah, practice is to let go of thinking, learning how to let go of thinking. So I can teach you one method, and that is 2 steps. One is relax.
Uh-huh.
Second one is let it be. Thoughts, let it be. Relax and let it be.
Relax and let it be.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Thank you. Nice to see you again also. Okay. And then there's one question here in the chatting. The core of your talk tonight is that happiness is not the goal, but path or process. That's right. Happiness is skills that can be learned and practiced. It's so important, and just like smiling, right? If you do not practice it, your life is going to be wasted. Okay. Very good. Thank you so much. This is not a question, just I think a comment.
That's what I added, because your
Okay.
talk tonight
Yes.
is so important.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. See you next time. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
감사합니다.